Welcome, guys. My name is Irene Amenyah, and I'm here with my beautiful and lovely wife,
Mrs. Amenyah.
Mrs. Irene Amenyah. Ladies and gentlemen, so on our last episode, we asked you to tell us which of these topics you would want us to share on in our next episode. Now, right after this break, we share with you how we met. Welcome back. Do you remember the first day we met?
Yes, I do.
You do?
There's no way I'll forget it.
You can't forget that. All right. So, this is actually very, very funny because I'm laughing so hard because on that fateful day, that fateful Friday, it was just a regular night for me. It was just like a regular night out, going to hang out with friends. It was at a friend's party, right? You remember the party we met at?
Mm-hmm. Around same Easter period.
Same Easter period, right? Prior to Easter. It was just me going out on my usual Friday night, just to go have fun. And I go to this party and I'm just seated there having my drink, just enjoying a good time. And then this lady comes in a rush, as if somebody was pursuing her. And I'm like, okay, who is this person? So what caught my attention is, number one, you arriving late. Because at the time when you came in, we were all seated, right?
And I didn't care what people would say.
You didn't care what we thought. You just walked straight to the fellow you came to see. So I'm seated at the table having fun, and this lady just rushes to the table. I'm like, who is this person who comes later? Doesn't even say. Why didn't you say hi to anybody on the table that day?
Because you were not the people that invited me. I came because of my friend.
Right. So she was a +1 to a friend. So I'm just seated there, just still in the moment, having fun. At the time, we didn't exchange any words. We didn't talk to each other, did we?
For a moment,
we didn't.
Yeah.
It was up until we're leaving. We're about to leave the party that time. It was at a place in Osu. I'm not going to mention the name of the place. So when we're leaving, so when the party was over and we're leaving, I just walked. So we're exchanging goodbyes and all that. And then I remember walking up to you and I asked, okay, what your name is and why you were so quiet all throughout the sitting. And then you introduced yourself to me, and then I asked for your number, and then you declined, right?
Yeah, I did.
I think so, guys. She didn't know who I was. She didn't even care. So I asked for her number, and she declined. But I didn't mind. So when she walked away, and we had left, we had parted ways, I called her friend, the friend that she came to see, and I said, listen, this is the situation. I think I want your friend's number. I didn't even express interest at the time. I didn't tell her friend, I was interested. I just said, what's her name and blah, blah, blah. What does she do? And then I'd like to know her more. So her friend gave me the number. And so when I got home, I texted her and I said, hey, this is Harold, blah, blah. I just got home. I hope you have to. I didn't get a response early. I didn't get a response immediately. So I dropped my phone. So it was quite late. It was almost midnight. So I just dropped my phone and then I slept. So when I slept and I woke up, I saw a response from her. I think you responded an hour after I sent the text. At the time
that was late.
And then she also sent a link to a prayer meeting. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Alpha hour. I'm like, okay, so what is this about? You meet somebody for the very first time. The person is trying to get to know you. You're already sending him a link to a prayer meeting to change your mind. So I was like, okay, what is this thing about? So when I woke up, I texted her and I said, okay, I clicked the link and obviously I saw it was a prayer meeting. So she skipped all that I was talking about, trying to get to know her. She went straight to inviting me to join in the prayer session. So I saw the text later on when I woke up in the morning, and then, that started another conversation. But we didn't talk much. So it was just, once again, very, 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 on the surface introduction. I wished her a good day, blah, blah, blah. And then that night, she sent me another link. I didn't hear from her the whole day. I called her, I texted her, I remember texting her. I didn't hear from her the whole day. I think she said she was at work or something.
I hardly pick or reply your messages, but when it's 12 a.m., I don't forget to send you the link.
So she would ignore my messages, and then when it's 12 a.m., she'll send me a link to pray. Can you imagine? So I'm just in my corner, and I was just very chill because I wasn't looking, like I said, I went to a party to go have fun. I wasn't looking to start a relationship or, find a partner or anything like that. I joined the link that she sent to me because she had told me about it, that it was a prayer meeting, blah, 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 that starts at 12 a.m.
Yes.
So I made it a point to join the prayer meeting that night just to impress her. you know, when we finished the prayer session, I remember texting her and saying that, wow, this is a very powerful session and all that. She was like, oh yes, it's something that she's always been involved in.
Sometimes try to ask you about the topics.
Yes. That's much later. So on that particular night, so she asked me how it went and all that. So I liked it, okay, and I just told her that, okay, I joined, blah blah blah. It was powerful. So she, you know, educated me about the benefits of praying at midnight and all that. So I just started doing it. There were times when, trust me, I would not even join. She would send me the link in the course of the week and I'm so tired and I see it in the morning. But sometimes if I have time, I still replay it and then I join. It was just a matter of, you know, doing this to kind of get on her side, get on her good side. It got to a point I fell in love with the prayer meeting. So I would join. We'll talk about it, and sometimes I remember we'll go on and on about some of the topics, because the prayer topics, and I started getting, you know, some form of testimonies out of the topics, positive feedback, and then she would say yes. You know, she was always excited when I found, you know, I was excited about it. It got my attention, and I was like, okay, wow, this is probably something that I need to take seriously. That was just the genesis of it all, and then one thing led to the other. So in the beginning, it was just that prayer meeting that kind of sparked the initial conversations between us, because all her interest at the time between the two of us was just trying to win a soul to that particular prayer meeting. There was a time when I called her and then I said, okay, cool, we have to hang out. Does she have time for us to hang out? We should meet, because we hadn't met since the first day that we met at the party. It was just phone conversations, text, and whatnot. So I asked her on it was a land date. We went to Laboni at a restaurant, and you know, I've always kept my relationships out of the limelight. I've never shared who I'm with or when I'm at. If you see me post anything, then it means that there's nothing happening between me and the person. That's also a key for you. So if I don't post somebody, then it means that there's something going on. If you see me post me and anybody, there's nothing going on. So there's a key there for you. So we had lunch at a restaurant in Laboni where we really got to know each other. I found out about her. She also found that was when she learnt about me for the very first time, because my wife is quite young. She's way younger than me. When I was doing most of the things that most people know me for, she was still in school and whatnot. So I'm, you know, a little older. So yeah, she didn't know me. I looked familiar, but she didn't care about that. So I told her who I was, and obviously got to learn about her. And I kind of developed a liking for her. And when we return, I'll share with you why I developed a liking for her. Stick with us. All right, now to the moment of truth. Why are you laughing?
No.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, here's how my wife won my heart. Number one, her prayer life. This is actually very funny because, guys, you might not know this, but I come from a very, very Christian background. So when I came into contact with somebody who you know, also kind of had that without even me, you know, having to force them to do it, it was a connection. It was something that caught my attention in the beginning. So obviously, who wouldn't want someone that can, you know, speak their language in that sense? That aspect of her definitely caught my attention. Irene's prayer life is on another level. And there are times when I have dozed off, you know, during Alpha Hour, and then, trust me, I've had to quickly get myself back, because I know that I have to answer questions during the day on how the prayer went. So you know what? She keeps you on your toes. Even when you doze, she's going to catch you, because she's going to ask you how the prayer went and what topics, you know, caught your attention or you liked during the prayer session and stuff like that. So it was completely exciting to meet somebody who spoke my language in that regard. Number two, my wife is a very, very ambitious lady. She's very young, but very ambitious. She's always thinking about, you know, how to make the next moolah, the next dollar. And it was something that also caught my attention. You know, having met somebody who could vibe with me on that level in terms of, you know, what to do, how to help you get to where you want to get to and all that. Ever since she found out about what I do and even what I do on the side, which most people don't even take into consideration, she found out that, and she wanted to, you know, help and all that. And then the same way for me as well, I would also, you know, try to find out what her goal is and all that. So we're always talking about the future and how to get successful one day with our various ventures, and that's something that actually also caught my attention. Number 3, hardworking. If you know me, you know this. If you know me, you know this. I can't sleep. I can't snooze. Okay, I can't snooze. I'm somebody who gets very bored easily. So if you are with me, you constantly have to be, reinventing and, always getting on the move, because I get very bored easy. So you have to keep me on my toes. And I also have to keep you on your toes. And when I'm keeping you on your toes, I have to see that it's something that is not hard for you, okay? Because if I find that it's hard for you, I'm going to just pull out. She's very hardworking, constantly on the move, trying to get things done. She's never tired. I wonder, she's never tired. If you hear her saying she's tired, then it means she's really, really tired, because she's never tired. And that's actually definitely something that caught my attention as well. Number 4, a good cook. Now, I love my food. Who doesn't? Her food is something that you definitely want to taste. I cook, but trust me, Irene's dishes, you want to try. Somebody who cooks and it doesn't feel like hard work. I know people cook, a lot of ladies that cook, but sometimes it feels like hard work. But for her, she can enter a kitchen and then, within 5 minutes, she has something prepared already. Somebody that has cooking at their fingertips, they can do something very, very fast and it still comes out really good. So she being a good cook definitely caught my attention, and I fell for it. Number 5, respectful. Every man loves to be cherished. Every man loves to be respected and valued, and I get that from Irene a lot. You don't want a partner that is going to be, belittling you, belittling your efforts, your ideas and everything. She gives me maximum respect, just like I do her, and I think that's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 5 reasons, or the 5 ways Irene won my heart. There you go.
Hey, Mr. Amenyah, so all these things get your attention?
Of course, but what did you think? So we've actually never had this discussion before, so I'm sure this is actually coming as a surprise to you, because we've never really sat to talk about this. But yeah, these are the qualities that my wife possesses that caught my attention. It's been an exciting content. What? No. Yes, no?
I just knew a few. I didn't know there were others to it.
Oh yes, there are others. In fact, there are more, but these are the key ones. I'll share the rest with you later on. So guys, it's been an exciting episode. Catch us on the next video. In the meantime, drop your comments in the comment section. If you have any questions pertaining to this particular episode, feel free to drop them in the comment section. You can catch us across all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Right, Harold Amenyah. And my wife's handle is...
I am Mrs. Amenyah. All in small letters.
All in small letters. I am Mrs. Amenyah across all social media platforms. Feel free to hit us up, send us a DM, let us know what you think throughout the week. Catch us on the next video. See ya.